Hey everybody, I'm actually going to do an individual review on this figure, but I'm going to do a complete set review on the Zeo action feature line. These figures are very interesting. They're kind of lopsided though. I feel like that they're sort of lopsided. I'm going to explain a little bit more as to why I feel that way. They're nice figures, though. I would say that they were some of the better figure lines. This guy's not standing well. Some of the better figure lines in the Power Rangers Zeo series. These are the American versions. These are not O-Ranger. These are not Cherokee O-Ranger. And they did make these pretty okay, but there's some gripes, and I'm going to explain that, but I want to get every figure stood up here first. Before I do that, I want to get every single figure to stand up here and see if I can get them in a way where the video is viewing them, so that way you guys could see all of them. And I will have to put them in weird directions because the figures are not standing all that well at all, and it could be because I got them loose. But here we go. I think everybody could see. Well, blue is kind of... There we go. All right, so... yeah, I mean, these figures are okay. They're not that bad. The gripe I have is there's a lot of, like, broken parts on these. Like, these tend to break very, very easily. Like, if you look at the Green Ranger here, the Green Ranger in the back, there's already a crack in his leg here, and there's already a couple cracks in the leg, and unfortunately, that's hard to fix. That's difficult to fix, and it makes it... it really detracts from the model itself. It really tracks from how it looks, because it just looks very disappointing because of that fact. It really sucks that happens, that feature there is like that it's cracked like that. But I think all the rest are okay. I think the green's the only one that has that problem. These were released in 1996. These are the first Power Rangers Zeo figures released of the Power Rangers. Later on, they made the flip heads, as everybody knows. I'm just going to show every single one of these. So here's the red, right here. Here's green. And green has his action right here. Then we have yellow. Then we have blue. Then we have pink. And then we have gold. And I do have a pink in the packaging. I did not bring that one out for this video, but I do have a pink that's new in the box. I think everybody probably saw that. So I have one that's new in the packaging. Those new ones, it's best to keep it like that, because the figure is going to break if you open it, unless you're really careful, because the joints are very, very loose. And there's, again, like I said, on the Green Ranger in particular, there's already cracking here, if you could see that. And it might be kind of hard to fix once it breaks off. And I think eventually that will happen if I'm not careful with these figures. The other gripe I have, too, is I don't like this arrow thing in the back. This is very sharp. And if somebody hits this, they could hurt themselves. So it's the exception is the girl figures had different buttons on the back. They didn't have the same thing as the male figures did. So these had buttons on the back. These all like had their hands, they were moving around and stuff like that. So like this one, that he would move his staff up and down with that action. Now, as for pricing points, in the packaging, these figures could go for anywhere between $30 and $60. It depends on what exactly, like which seller you're buying it from. Like I got the Pink Ranger that was new for around that same price. But loose, they're actually cheap. You can get them for around $10 a piece loose. And I think over time, especially, they've gone down in price. Because I think when I was a little bit younger, I remember seeing auctions for these go for around $100. And that was in the packaging. Loose, I'm not so sure about. I never really did research on these. Loose, if somebody can tell me if there's like a price, let me know. But they do go for something. I mean, they do go for $10 at least loose. And in particular without their accessories. Like if you have one like this, you can get this, or you can get $5 for this in this condition, because if you look here, the visor is kind of chopped up here. It's kind of like, and actually the same thing is the case with red too. Red's visor is chopped up along with green as well. So these aren't in the best of condition, but they're okay enough to salvage for a collection. And they're pretty old figures. I mean, they're from 1996, so. And I think that's going to be my review today on the Zeo Ranger action feature figures. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing an individual review again on this figure, because I haven't done that yet. I just got the Yellow Ranger recently, and again, I think for rating, I'll give these figures a 5 out of 10, mainly because of the thing on the back, the cracking of the legs, which I don't understand. It could be like an age thing or a problem with the material that it's made from. I don't really know. And then the fact they have very little articulation because they're action feature. The other 5 would be is they're pretty nice looking figures otherwise. I mean, there's nothing really visually that I could see that would be a problem here. The 2 girl figures do actually look a little bit slimmer than the male figures do, slightly so. I mean, I've had other figures that are bulky, so it's been kind of, it's been kind of like a detriment, like especially the automorphing figures. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Zeo Action Feature Set of 6 review. Thank you and have a good day.